This is Damon Stevens with Fund Wealth Builders, and today is Wednesday, September 8th, 2021, and this is a market update from our trading for the day. And let's get right into it and see what happened. If you haven't subscribed or you want to comment on our videos, please do so at Fund Wealth Live. We appreciate your participation and hope that the ideas that we're bringing are helping you to be profitable in the marketplace. So let's look at the overall market. So Dow Jones was down 0.2%, NASDAQ was down 0.57%, and S&P 500 down 0.13%. So overall, I'd consider it, pretty flat. I don't see like any type of huge alerts going off. I think there's some, obviously some support thresholds we want to be able to be aware of. But we talked about last night that, that today could have been a down day. Looks like it was. If you look at the heat map here, you can see that our FANG stocks were down for the most part. Amazon still, though, did well. And Tesla was really good, too, which, Tesla's a daily trade for us, just about. You can see utilities were high. Consumer defense was up. But overall, the market was kind of mixed. But if you also look at the world heat map, you can see a lot of stocks were down across the nations. And you see China's down. So, I was curious at the end of the day. I almost put some puts on the SPY. I didn't put anything out there to let anybody else know that, but, I considered it just because of, where we're at. And we were so close, to the threshold of breaking our support levels. And so we're still on the edge. It still could happen overnight. But, where the market closed up, it just had a sense of bullishness at the end. So I was like, okay, I'll just hold off. But, looking at the red across the board, it'd be very easy to see that we pull back tomorrow. But we'll see. On the open, we'll tell what's going to happen. So let's look at, our scanner. So KDMN and GSAT were the tops for the day. KDMN, I did not trade. You can see here it gapped up from 524 up to 920, which is great, but it was pretty well flat for the day, so not really much of it wasn't really a trade for me. Spirit, we've been as multi-day trade that we've talked about several times. This was a trade for today. You can see here the low was 1757, and this nice little pop-up here. So you can see that we had 2330 here, and we ended up today 2316. So you had this nice pullback to give you a chance to get back in, and found support here, and rallied back up, broke through this area of resistance off the 200 and rallied up for a nice trade. So now that we're here, what I'm looking at tomorrow is a continuation up, because we're right at this same threshold. So if we can break through this resistance level, we're looking at something around 24, maybe 25 for tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna be watching in the morning. KPLT, I'll be watching that as well to see if we have another break through this 200 and be able to have another run up. EFTR was boomer. I got a piece of this, but not anywhere close to what I thought we were going to get. You can see here prior resistance up here. So 833 was the base. The prior resistance went up to 2922. Then there's this huge pullback back to clear all the way back down here to the base. And then you can see here today, this just skyrocketed, $11 clear up to 40, just over $40. Could never anticipated that. Now we have retraced back about 50%. So we'll see if that gives us anything tomorrow. Could be a one and done, but my goodness, this is great trade. And, I'll take it down here, just not to take too much time, but just to give you an idea of what we have here. So you can see here, you had entry up to 20, back down to 1070. So if you missed the first run, you had a chance at the second run, which was obviously a lot of times the bigger run. And you can see here from that 1070, you could, if you missed this one, you could have broke in here at the prior high, got in here, and it's just a rocket ride all the way up. Now you can see that we retraced back through here, and we're sitting around 27. So we retraced, quite a bit. So we could retrace more down towards this 50 and then possibly bounce, or it could just be dead. But we're gonna look for a bounce here to see if we can get back over 40 this week sometime. Looking at our earnings, the big one today was GameStop. So we were definitely watching that, and it's not on this list here, but the other one was a Lululemon. And so Lulu was awesome. I mean, I tell you, you know, I like these earnings. I love these after hours and pre-market, mostly after hours more than I like pre-market. But you see here, if you're ready for this, and I was watching this one, I had it on a chart all day, just watching it. The same with GameStop. Wanted to see if there's any pre-market moves before the announcements of earnings and things like that. Nothing. So I was just ready for on my finger on the trigger. As soon as the market closed, looked for a breakout of this prior high or a breakout from the prior low. And this thing just rocketed up, you know, from basically 383 up to 433. Just killer. I mean, I wish I was doing this during the day sometimes, and sometimes I get it, but it's very rare. But you know, earnings gives you a great opportunity to get these runs. So I know some people don't like it. They say it's huge risk. It is, as long as you know where you're headed. And you don't have to get it all. You know, I'm not very greedy on these. I scalp them out a lot of times, and a lot of times I might miss like even half the move sometimes. Like this one, I was out, so I missed all this move back up here. You know, $8-10, but you know, I got the bulk of it. So that's all I'm looking for. And then GameStop, you know, this one dropped, and I bought it on the way down. Went clear down to 177. I bought some around 179, 178, and I wrote it back up here till, you know, just around 181. And you can see here it went clear up to 184.74. So I mean, that would have been ideal, you know, a lot better. But you know, I got a big chunk at the end of the day. So I really appreciate that, and really ended my day with a smile. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but really two awesome, you know, earnings trades. So excited about that. Tesla, great. You know, we've been talking about this consolidation we've had quite some time. We said we're in this little mini channel here, really tight consolidation, and we broke out. We held it, and then we continue to rally up here. So we're still rallying up towards that 770 mark. That's the goal. See if we get that. If not, we'll pull back to possibly the 742 level and hopefully get support. But Tesla, you know, finally is breaking out, so it's great. So AMBA, you see here we're flat today. So just watching this one for either retracement or see if we can break through this resistance level here we have at 137. AMC was what I was watching this because the GameStop was on the list. I thought maybe something would happen here. You see here we're still consolidating in this area. So I tried to break through, but it failed. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on that one. That definitely was a bullish move. So YY shows a little bit of weakness here. It looks like it topping out here on the 100. We'll see if it stays there and tries to break through. If not, it'll come off our list. Moderna. So this is we're getting into my new Teslas, my top threes. So you see here, it tried to rally up and it failed and came back. So we retraced about 50% of this breakup candle. Still right in the middle of the range. So you're gonna watch this for some price action movement. And VAX, this was a nice ride. I got some of this today. So you see here that it pulled back here just below this support level, but found good support, and also try to go back and hit this high and failed there as well. So it's kind of stuck here right in the middle of this channel. So looking for some movement tomorrow. I mean, this one's giving you trades every day. BNTX has been pretty dead for us, except for the last 2 days of trading, and starting to show some movement. So looking for this to make a possible move back up to resistance here at 388. And if it does, then I'll cut out, you know, early before we get there. DraftKings was really good today too. You see here, it's finally started making some movement after a long consolidation. So you see here, it hit resistance at around 61.77. You had it here, all along here, and then finally a breakout, a retest of support, and then a rally. So now we're back up against this prior level that we had here at 64. See if we can break through that one. Then 66 would be the next on the list. The dollar continues to be strong, consolidating on top of support. The VIX showing a lot of volume today. So a lot of movement in the VIX today, but it did a little bit lower. It's below our resistance level, so that's good for helping the market to continue going up. SPY, you can see it started dipping down. Yeah, this curl tells me that we could have a little bit of a maybe a pullback either to support or a little breakdown a little bit, I think, this week. So still watching that one. Triple Q, same thing, seeing a little bit of weakness there. If you look at semiconductors, a little weakness there, it touched the 20. Dow Jones, some weakness, is going down to the 50. So you're seeing a pattern here. IWM, weakness down to the 50. So that's why I'm of the thought that we're probably going to see a little bit of a dip here or pullback. Financials off of the 100. So you can see it found support and bounced off there. So there are some weaknesses out there. Gold is here sitting here under all the moving averages now, waiting for a move back up. Silver, same thing. Bitcoin had a big old drop. There's lots of thoughts and speculations about why it did, but definitely came down here, almost hit the 200 before bouncing up. But you see here, it's just kind of choppy over this 100 moving average right now, just sitting underneath it. We're going to see if this makes a movement back down to 44,000, would be my guess, unless it is able to break back above that 100 moving average. Ethereum kind of pulled back a little bit as well after hitting that resistance. Cardano, you see here, it's a little bit of bearish pattern, but these big old tails, which means the bulls are trying to fight to keep the momentum going. So we'll see what happens there. And then XRP, I've seen just a flat movement, really not a lot of movement. So really watching these cryptos, looking for opportunities to buy on the dip, and just make sure the dip's not continuing down. So definitely use those stop losses, and hopefully this gives you some trading ideas for tomorrow. And everybody, again, follow us, subscribe, like us, and we'll continue bringing these videos. We will talk to you tomorrow night on Thursday. That'll be the last for this week. And we'll see how the market treats us tomorrow. Everybody have a great and safe night.